Hey guys, welcome back. I hope it came off on that video just how nice this city actually is. It's a very old city. It's the oldest incorporated city in Canada, Loyalist city. A lot of Loyalists came up during the American Revolution and settled here because Canada was still loyal to the crown. So, fuck you, Yankee traitors. No, I'm just kidding. Um, so I hope it came off how nice the city is. We're called the port city for a reason. Like I said, that river goes right into the big Bay of Fundy, cuts straight through the province all the way to Maine, from here to Maine. Pretty much the whole city, the west side, the uptown, the south end, and the east side are all along the river, basically, in some way or another. And we've got ports. We're called the port city. We've got half a dozen ports, little ones, big ones. The city is a historical city too. It's classified. We've got our uptown area is classified as an historic area. I'd like to take you up there sometime. If you like that other video, let me know, because it's got a lot of old buildings from the late 1700s, early 1800s in it. A lot of old buildings. And I hope the park came off as, like I said, it's a big park. It's not the biggest park in the world. You've been to, it's nothing compared to, like, Central Park in New York or anything. But for a medium-sized harbor city on the east coast of Canada, it's a pretty good sized park. It's an average medium-sized park here. But it's just gorgeous. I hope it came off that way. I'm not a filmmaker, so, and especially with just a phone, I don't pretend to be. But anyway, let's get right into this. First impressions, Moncler. Now, I had smelled this a couple years ago. Maybe not that long ago, maybe a year ago. And I remember liking it. And I wasn't quite decided yet if I wanted to buy it or not at retail. I was just waiting. And then somebody stole the tester from Shoppers. And I couldn't smell it again, so I didn't bother. It just kind of fell to the wayside. And I went on Marketplace today, and I've been on Marketplace a few times the last few weeks and seen this there. And so I actually looked at the ad. Buddy had been trying to sell it now for like 9 weeks. He wanted like $100 for it. So I messaged him like, dude, I'll give you $40 for it right now if you'll take it. And he said, yeah, come on now, he'll take it. So I took it. It's the same guy I bought a few other ones from, so it's probably, I'm pretty sure, probably the stolen tester from Shoppers. But anyway, it's mine now. Let's give it a spray. It's pretty full. It's hard, you can't see through it, but just from the feel of it and the sound of it, it's about 95% full. Let's give it a spray. A decent atomizer. Ooh, sandalwood right away. I do have the air conditioning on too, so that might have sprayed some on my face. Because it's hot today, that's why I have no hat on. I was sweating walking around this park that little bit. It's fucking like 30 degrees. Which will bring me to what I wore today. I'll do that when I get home. Oh yeah, sandalwood. Kind of reminiscent of the couple dupes I have of the Santal 30 whatever by Lullabo or whatever it is, and reminiscent of a little bit of Toy Boy too. So it's a woody scent, it's dry scent, airy though. It's very, that's the best way I can describe it, is it's fresh, it's airy. I don't know what's doing. I'm not a perfumer. I'm sure there's some kind of molecule or note or something, or some kind of accord that does that. But it's got an airiness to it. It's the best way I can describe it. A slight sweetness. Very, very slight. Little green. Green seems to be coming out more and more and more. I don't know what those two notes are or accords are. I tell you the truth, I'm having a hard time getting past the sandalwood. The woods. It's nice though. It's really nice. I like sandalwood, so yeah, that's really nice. Let's give it a second and see what happens. It's been about 10 minutes. I've got something here. Like I said, it's still sandalwood heavy. It's still the mostly sandalwood, so you better like sandalwood. You're not gonna like this one. There's a freshness to it and a greenness to it and a woodiness, not just sandalwood, but it's very nice. I like it a lot. Of course, I like that style of fragrance, right? If you don't, you're not going to like it. If you don't like sandalwood heavy fragrances, you're not going to like it. But Yeah, it's got a freshness to it, but also a little depth. Definitely masculine. Not picking up a whole lot of florals or you know, soapy vibe or bubblegum powdery stuff. There's a slight powdery vibe to it, but that's probably some kind of amber or something. It's not a powdery scent though. It is a sandalwood scent at its heart, with a little character. Like I said, as a 10-15 minutes, and the sandalwood's still extremely dominant, but you're a little bit of a more green, fresh, almost slightly herbaceous green. I don't know what it is. I haven't looked up the notes, but yeah, I mean, it's great. I don't know how long it's going to last, how it's going to perform, but most sandalwood fragrances, even the cheap ones, do all right on me. So, well, I'll wear it the next little while, and I'll come back with a review. But first impressions, it's good, and for $40, fuck yeah! All right, guys, peace, love, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves.